It's Thursday, October 29th, 2009, which means it's a weigh-in day with an actual weight. Oh God. And I have a lot of things to talk about today, so I'm going to just jump right into that. First things first, I'm joining Jess's challenge. Woo! And that starts November 1st. This will be a video response to that video the minute she approves it, so you can go and find out what that is if you want to. And she asked us to say why we're excited for the challenge, or what we're looking forward to in the challenge. Jess, I am looking forward to losing weight in a community atmosphere. Your last challenge, the 15-pound challenge, really pushed me to get out of the 170s and get to goal. And right now, I need another big push like that to get me out of the 160s and to dream goal. So, I mean, really, I didn't believe. I was thinking maybe I could lose 5 pounds in the amount of time of your last challenge, and I lost 11.2. Something about the way that you speak to us, the way you make us think, it pushes me to do better, to be better. And so I'm just really, really excited. And I know you now have like over 100 responses, so I do not envy your position. I'm very happy to be participating as opposed to running the challenge. So I'm really excited, and I will make a video for you on the 1st with a picture of my weight on that day. Which takes us straight into weigh-in. I just want to say, first of all, I've been doing horribly, and I knew it was going to be up this week. I was terrified it was going to be up like 10 pounds. But no, instead I've gained 3.4 pounds since my last weigh-in. Today I'm 166.2. Although, to be honest, about a week ago I was 169 point something. I didn't even bother looking at the point. The 169 by itself brings me back to like May, and that's just unacceptable. Or even before that. March? Not good. But I have had 3 weeks where I literally didn't even track. I ate whatever I wanted. I was preoccupied with everything else but my diet. And I was trying to hide from a lot of emotions, including just hide from a lot of my real life in food. And I haven't been in that place in my mind for a very long time. And it was really scary. You know, when I made the video crying several weeks ago, and I said, I don't know how to handle this without turning to food, that is the truth. But I'm figuring it out, finally. So after those 3 weeks, this last week I've been relatively on track. I haven't been perfect, but that's okay because I've been tracking and I've been taking care of myself, which is the first step in going back on plan, is to just really get back in the mindset of the day-to-day. So I was, when I finished the 3-week binge, if you will, I was 169 point something. In fact, one day I weighed in the evening and I was 172, but that was at night. But the next morning I was 169. And then a couple days ago I was 167 point something. Today I'm 166.2. So it's very unfortunate that I didn't rally myself together a couple weeks ago, not let it get this bad, and also so that by the time my weigh-in came around at the end of the month, I'd be able to be like back down at 162 or wherever I was. 162.8 was my last official weigh-in. But that's okay. I know I'm losing, I know I'm on track now, and I know it's going to be okay. And that is what matters. It really is. Moving forward, I mean, this week I've been on track, and I feel good, and I have a plan for the future, so I wanted to talk about that. I'm joining Jess's challenge November 1st, and that actually was the day I was looking in my mind to be 100% back on plan. So this week I've been tracking my calories, I've been getting in a little bit of exercise, I've been just sort of easing myself back into the eating plan of calorie counting and hopefully healthy. By the 1st, though, I intend to be at least 50% raw, and I want to be doing the McCombs plan. And I don't know if any of you have heard of that, but I'll put a link to it in the sidebar. But the McCombs plan is, it's spelled McCombs, but it's a kind of low-carb, low-fat diet. It's just simply a list of foods. Yes foods and no foods. And the whole point is to eliminate, or not eliminate, but reduce significantly candida in the stomach and intestines. Candida is a fungus that grows inside of you, and it's actually a good thing. You want to have candida, but it's only one of several probiotic cultures that you want in your intestinal tract. And unfortunately, Candida is an opportunistic probiotic. So imagine you've got all these different little cultures of happy little guys that are helping your digestion and helping you absorb chemicals and helping all this stuff in your intestines and in your whole digestive system. And then you go on 2 or 3 weeks of eating just like all sugar. You know, just horrible, lots of crap, lots of processed things. You're going to kill a lot of those healthy probiotic cultures. And Candida, being an opportunistic fungus, I believe it's a fungus, yes, it goes in where all the other ones have died, and it grows and it multiplies, and it kills out everything else. It takes over, and you don't want that because you want to have many live cultures going on inside of you, not just one. So the McCombs plan helps to erase or kill. It starves out a lot of the Candida, not all of it because you want some of it, but a lot of it. And then one thing the McCombs plan does not cover, and which I'll be doing on my own, is taking other live cultures, which I still need to do a lot of research on, to plant in where the Candidas died. You need to plant in new healthy cultures. So I'm also really, really excited to get into sprouting. This is something that I've been thinking about and researching, and I had a great talk with my dad the other day about it. But basically, when a plant grows, you have a little sprout, and it has all the nutrients in it for the whole plant. All the nutrients, in fact, almost 2 times the amount of nutrients. And then as that sprout grows, those nutrients don't multiply. They simply just spread out throughout the plant. And if it's a green plant, you know, the darker greens are going to be the most nutrient dense. If it's a red plant, the darker reds are going to be the most nutrient dense, etc. But also, as the water's going in and out of the plant to help it grow, it loses nutrients, which makes nutrient-rich soil. But we don't eat soil, we eat plants. So it actually has less and less nutrients as it gets bigger. So if you ate an entire head of broccoli, you would get a certain amount of nutrients. If you ate a broccoli sprout, you'd get almost 2 times the amount of nutrients as you get in the entire head of broccoli. So I'm going to be looking into and probably buying some systems for sprouting in my kitchen. It's very inexpensive. You just get trays, and there's water and seeds, and you just grow them, and every morning you trim them and have a big handful of sprouts. Get it down, and you've got all of your nutrients, including all of your protein and B vitamins, which people are always on me about because I don't eat a lot of meat. And I'm going to be reducing the nuts and seeds a lot because there's so much fat in them. So anyway, the goal for me is by the 1st, which is definitely going to happen, I want to be at least 50 to 70% raw. And I think that I'm not going to go further than that. I do want to have a cooked meal, you know, a potato or something at night, beans and rice. Although I can't have beans on McCombs plan. But, you know, rice and vegetables. I want to have some cooked things in the evenings. But during the day, I will still be doing all raw. So I'm kind of blending the two, the Raw Food Detox Diet and McCombs plan. And then I'm working on my health, which is the biggest thing. You know, these several weeks of eating really poorly, I have come to realize how badly I feel when I'm not treating my body well with good foods, good whole foods. So that's the next step. I'm blending the two, and I'm getting into sprouting. And I'll probably eventually buy a dehydrator when I want to go 100% raw, but that is going to be later down the road. So right now, sprouting. And I'm really excited. And if you can't tell, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a little alive again. You know, we go through a breakup, and we go through several cycles of the breakup. I mean, you go through the initial breakup where it's just you feel broken and falling apart, and then you go through like a second wave of it when you realize you're not spending every day with that person, and you're not going to talk to them every day, and whose friends are whose, and how does the social atmosphere work out. And then you kind of go through a 3rd round of breakup, which is what I'm going through right now, which you realize your time is your own, your space is your own, and on one hand, you feel very almost sick to your stomach because you feel so empty and like this other person is not part of my everyday life anymore. And then, on the other hand, you feel incredibly liberated and like, okay, this is my life. It's a clean slate, and I'm going to make with it what I want. So I've got a list. You can kind of see the corner of it, blue list on the fridge. That's a massive to-do list, and I've been crossing things off of it, and I'm going to be crossing off a lot as soon as I finish this video. So 166.2. I expect by the end of November, when I do another weigh-in for you, to be, I'm going to say 6 pounds lighter. I want to be at goal. We'll see if that's possible. And also, I guess I'm going to be doing an official once-a-month weigh-in on Thursdays, but I'll be doing a weigh-in every week for Jess, so you can keep track of my weight. that way because she requires that. So bye. I hope you're all getting healthier. Let me know how you're doing. You know, a lot of people have been commenting on my videos. I've been falling off, and I'm totally with you on that. So let's rally it. What are you doing now to get back on plan? What is your approach, and how are you taking control of your life? I love you all. I'll see you next week.